Good evening. We have made it to another Tuesday. It is March 1st, 2022. We have made it to another month. I'm excited about it. Again, we are live on Spotify. We are live on YouTube. If you have not subscribed, please do so. It is the name of the show, Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine. I am your host, Camila, aka Sunshine. We are live on my Facebook page, in which I need to make public right now so everybody who's not my friend can actually join the party. Again, I am excited because I am in the land of the living. For one, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You are one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. And this is another conversation that I have been excited to have. It's been in the work for almost a couple of weeks now. I'm in the process of starting something major. I'm looking to start up a youth segment every month to give exposure to our youth, getting them ready to have interviews and conversations about what they want to do in their future, their present, and their future. If it's talent, if it's singing, writing, art, all of that good stuff, I'm here for it. So tonight, our first segment, actually not the first because I had Egypt on. This young lady I heard about from my current job. Her mother is my coworker, and we forged this wonderful bond. And she was telling me about her wonderful children, and I was like, I should have them on my show. So tonight we got sisters. First time. Sisters gonna be on my show tonight, back to back. So we have right now Katilyn,
Hi.
who is currently a 7th grader at Bates Academy in Detroit. She dances with Studio Detroit. She is and has been a 3.8 grade point average since the first grade. She's an artist and she's been at Bates Academy since kindergarten. She is a cadet in the Girl Scouts and has been a Girl Scout since she's been in the Brownies. So we'll talk about that too, because Girl Scouts is so long ago. Yeah, I don't remember all of that. So welcome, Katilyn, to the show.
Thank you.
I'm super excited to talk to you, my love. I am super excited. So we got so many places to go and so little time to do it. So we're gonna take this adventure off. How are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
I cannot complain. That 5-hour drink is awesome. I'm up and awake and yeah. So let's go with how are you enjoying school? I don't know if people ask you that, but how are you enjoying school?
School is pretty good. It's pretty good. A lot of crazy things have happened, but so far it's good. Calm, relaxed, going by fast. So it's good.
So are you looking forward to going to high school even though you have another year left?
Kinda. I'm kinda nervous to go because it's gonna be a new environment, new surroundings. Gonna have to make my way through the hallways and stuff. So kinda.
So, I mean, this is a good thing. Like once you change, even once you go to the 8th grade, it's a whole different ball game. That's the year that you gotta put the stamp on it to make sure that you go to the school of your choice. So what high school do you want to go to eventually?
I probably want to go to DSA for arts and stuff, like dancing, art. I love the arts.
So, speaking of art, I don't know if you guys can see this wonderful art that she has on the wall behind her. Every piece that's on the wall, she drew.
Yes, I did. And I
Let me
have
say that one more time. I, me, I can't even draw a stick figure right, okay? So the art that's on the wall behind her, she drew. So when did you know that you had this talent?
I knew I had this talent when I first got my art class at school, and I really liked that class. And I started practicing at home using different shapes and using videos. I started off with videos, but now I look at a photo and I can just draw it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you can like on site see something and just draw it?
Yes,
I wish I could do that. I can't. I listen, I tried. It doesn't work for me. It does not work. So what is your after all of the things that you have seen and done so far, what is like your favorite piece?
my favorite piece. Oh, that's hard. Um, I would have to say this one I drew.
Is
I
that the
drew it in,
Joker?
yes, I drew it in class when I had free time, and I seen the photo of it, and I decided to go along with it and finish it in school. It was really fun drawing it.
Wow. So where do you want your if you stick with art, where do you want your art career to go to? Do you want to have like your pieces in an art gallery, or you want to be a tattoo artist? Hint hint.
I want to be a tattoo artist.
Okay.
I love drawing on my hands so much, and it's kind of a habit now, and I need to like stop it. My mom keeps telling me to stop, but it's just so fun. I really want to be a tattoo artist.
So now me, I have 14 tattoos so far, and I don't plan on stopping yet. And so your mom was talking to me today about actually about your hand art. Um and so have you been looking at like what is it? Black Ink or ink, what is this show? You know the show that was on TV about the tattoo artist?
I don't think so.
I think is it Black Ink? Something. There it was a couple of them where they would draw their art on people. Of course, it was about tattoos. So, what is it about tattoos that you like versus having your like original pieces in an art gallery?
I feel like tattooing is just, how do you explain it? It's like you get a chance to help people express themselves through tattooing. Like you can do it when drawing on paper too, but it's something a part of them that you put on them, and you want to make them feel happy about the tattoo that they got.
So, with tattoos, of course, they are very expressive. Every tattoo that well, most people put on their bodies is all for a reason. It all stands for something. It's a memory. It's a person. It's all of these things that when you look at yourself as a body of art, you put art on yourself. And so, like I said, 14 in counting is more so of an outward expression of what's on my mind, a memory, a tribute to someone, things of that nature. So I am excited about that. Um, and the things that I have seen so far from you that your mom has shown me has been awesome. Like again, I can't even draw stick figures, so I know there's no way that I can do anything that you do. Absolutely not. Black ink, that's what it's called. Okay. So now we're going to get into being a Girl Scout. What does that mean to you?
That's really fun because I get to be with my friends and we get to do a community service and help people. It's just really fun. We get more opportunities to do things, learn more about life before it like comes to us so we can be prepared. It's really fun.
So you've been a Girl Scout since you were how old?
I think 9, 8.
Okay. And was this your idea or was this something presented to you?
This was my idea.
Wow. Um, I think I was in Girl Scout, but I didn't take it that seriously when I was in it in elementary. Um, I started off, but it wasn't like I think they had just started at my school, so it wasn't really getting into it.
Yeah.
Um, but Girl Scouts are well known all over the world. It's major on a scale of community service, helping, not being selfish, and I have heard some stories that you're like a youth activist.
Yep.
So where does that come from? Like, were you born with this, or was it something you like? Okay, I gotta help the underdogs. What is that?
At first, like, I kind of just seen it as fun. Like, I was going to be able to get more times with my friends. But then as I got older, I realized that it was more to it. It was about giving back. And I really like that opportunity that I can give back to people and feel good about what I'm doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we just did the season with the Girl Scout cookies, right?
Yes.
So how do you feel? We say that so many people have grown up with, the Girl Scouts. They're
Hmm.
known for their cookies. And
Yes.
so as an adult, they're like, if I see somebody with some Girl Scout cookies, I need to ask. Now, me personally, I don't like Girl Scout cookies, and your mama knows that. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. But at the end of the day, it is all for a good cause. So, what do you do personally to get prepared for this season of doing cookies?
Usually I start like handing my list out to people, getting my website together, and building confidence as I'm getting ready to get into the cookie season because we do booths and you have to talk to people and introduce yourself and
I don't know. Your sound just went out.
what's
Can you
going
still
on.
hear me?
Okay, I can hear you again.
Okay, there we go. So, what were you saying?
I was saying that's just what I usually get prepared for and yeah, I usually get prepared for that. Your sound went out. It's back on. Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah, it's so late. However, um, what about so? How do you get into the confidence of being able to speak to people?
Well, usually I do like some deep breaths. My mom gives me a pep talk, of course, every single time. She tells me to stop being nervous, just talk to people. They're people too, they understand. So, and that just gives me confidence.
And that is good advice. Most of the time, um, your age, if they haven't started already, with public speaking or having communications with older people, it can be very overwhelming if you haven't started already. And so with you already talking, communicating, fighting for people, doing might as well say a riot at school, all of these different things is like, who is she going to be? Like, who is she going to become? I'm definitely interested in to know who you become when you're older. Because right now, honey, you rock. Okay.
Thank you.
Most kids your age are not doing what you're doing, even in school, as well as working in the community, wanting, not making somebody do it or I'll pay you to do this. You're actually have a heart for it. It's awesome. You hear me?
Thank you.
So I was doing a research about youth being active or having exposure. And let me know if you agree with this. Now, the research said that youth that are in your age group, teenagers and like 21-year-olds, if they are exposed to something like this, a platform or a school that actually is interested in them, meaning their art, their communication, whatever they're doing, they are most likely to stay out of trouble. They're most likely to graduate, and they're actually more likely to actually achieve the goals that they have. Do you believe that?
That's a good question. I would say no, because you have to have the dedication and motivation to do type of stuff. You can do this stuff, but if you don't have the motivation or like push yourself to go further and have a good attitude, and sometimes we try and fit in and we don't show who we actually are, that could slow us and bring us back a couple of steps.
Have you been here before?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research on this because I don't know. But it is a good point. Again, we have powers in ourselves. We have things that we are born with or gifts that we have, and we learn them early. But sometimes we do need to push not only ourselves, but we do need push and motivation from other people. Like say for instance, if I was a tattoo artist, I would be the one talking and helping you, grabbing you by the arms and like, listen, these are some things that you need to do. These are some things I suggest you should do. But then there's always the free will. You need those guidance, to help you get to that place where if I hit my head several times going left, eventually I need to go right. So my goal is to connect you with somebody who does what you're trying to do. So you don't have you can cut the time, you can cut the as we say the middleman out. Like I know tattoo artists who they didn't go to school for it, but it was something they loved drawing. They started off with drawing just like you, and then they began to make their own characters, put the colors together, and then eventually they bought their first kit, and voila, they're well known, sought after tattoo artists. And you're in the 7th grade, basically tattooing on yourself.
Yes.
That's unheard of. And you sure you have not been here before?
I'm sure.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research. So we talked about Girl Scouts. We talked about your art. How does it feel to have an older sister?
It's pretty fun. She's really cool. If I need anything, she's gonna be right there. She always has my back when I need her. She does not let anybody mess with me, not even my mom. She gets me out of trouble sometimes.
So you like the idea of someone being before you.
Yes.
So was it always a close relationship, or do you feel like it developed over time?
No, it definitely developed. We would get into, at first it was okay, but like once I got like 8 or 9 and stuff, I started kind of like trying to bump heads with her, seeing like who's better and stuff. But then my mom would lock us in a room and we would have to apologize to each other, and then we just got closer.
And that is good, especially with you guys are what, 10 years apart?
Yes.
So I'm the oldest of three, but ours is I think a year and a month behind me. and my sister's like 7 years younger than me, something like that. But we were all like close, and now as adults, we're really close, even closer than we were when we were kids. And so I think it's cool to have siblings for one, because usually that comes to find out that's your first friend outside your parents. You find out that at the end of the day, um, you're never alone. You always have someone to play with. You always have someone to talk to, about some things at this age. Maybe you can't talk to your mom. Maybe you can't talk to your dad about it, but let me talk to my sister and see what she thinks. What's her opinion? What is what? So therefore, I don't have to bump my head, which is cool. Excuse me. So how do you feel being born to the parents that you're born to?
I feel pretty good about it because sometimes I hear stories about other people and I really feel bad. And I'm thankful that I have the parents that I have because they're really supporting, really loving, really caring. They make sure I have things I want, even some things that I don't ask for. They make sure I have it.
Absolutely. Especially when you have to all these practice, you have Girl Scouts, you have all of these commitments, and that has to still fall on your parents as committed because you're committed. So, and that's cool. That is really cool. So, how does it feel having like you said, there are other people who are not fortunate like you, at your same age, who don't have maybe two parents, who don't have the ability to be able to do all the extracurricular things that you do. What does that mean to you?
It means like, can you ask the question again?
Having parents that are devoted to you, basically, and being committed, because again, they have to have their job, make ways for you to get picked up from school. They have to make sure you eat. They make sure that you have your Girl Scouts outfits, outings, your dance school, being dropped off, picked up, having the uniforms. What does it mean to you to have that type of commitment from your parents?
It means, did you say commitment at the end? I really can't. It's kind of going
Yes,
out.
commitment.
Um, it means, can you explain the question a little bit further? I don't really think I'm getting it.
Oh, okay. So what does it mean to have parents who basically, let's see, who do everything for you? Like, say for instance, your mom might have to work her whole job. She has to, like, say for instance, you have dance practice on Saturday and your mom is super tired, and your mom look at your face and say, I gotta get up and I gotta make sure that she's at dance practice, regardless of how I feel. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel really good. It makes me feel so loved because sometimes it's like if she asks me to do certain things and I'm tired, I would say I'm tired, but then I realize the things she do for me and it makes me feel really good. So I just want to make her feel good too.
So, well, I get the privilege of hearing her talk about you guys. And I get the phone, well, I'm not the phone call, but I hear her call you in the morning. Make sure that you're up, make sure you're ready to go to school. How's your day? And when you're off school, she like, let me speak to her. How was your day? How Oh, you got some homework? Okay, make sure you do this and do that. And that is very important for um children's development. to make sure that the adults are involved in their kids' life. Um, and I know that she's very proud of you. She's proud of your sister, for the things that you guys are doing and growing up. It makes a parent feel good to see that the lessons that they've learned and taught to you are working, are working. Um, for to be in the seventh grade, you are more advanced than most teenagers are.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm like, I need to hook her up with Egypt. She was just on last week, and she's 16.
Oh, I seen her.
Yes, she's 16. She works for the UN. She's an ambassador for the UN representing teenagers. She also is an activist for those who've been bullied. Most teenagers are selfish sometimes and they just think about themselves. The stories I have heard about you, you are a miniature youth activist right now. And it's good to see. And I asked her, I said, where did she get this from? She's like, I don't know. I don't know. And so what do you feel when you hear like um injustice to your fellow classmates?
It really makes me feel I don't like it at all. I feel like we should be standing together because we are all going to deal with troubles together, a lot of troubles. And we should be there to support each other and not bring each other down. In the end, we're still kids. Why should how someone look, how someone dress matters? You don't know situations. Some situations can be hard, and some people need someone to be there for that person.
And that's so true. Um, I your mom was telling me the situation about one of your friends who lost their dad, and you wanted her to share your dad at a dance. I thought that was very nice, because we can be kind of protective of our own dads, right?
Mhm.
And for the simple fact that you knew your friend was hurting and wanted to go to this dance, and you was like, "Look, you're taking her and you're taking me to this dance, and I want her to be just as happy as I am." That is awesome, honey. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Is there any other art pieces you want to show?
Oh, yes. This one is just recently. I have to say I like this one a lot. It's one of my drawings that I really feel good about. One of my people drawings, because usually my drawings of people doesn't really
It
turn
don't
out
come
how
out
I
right.
want it to be. It's good, but it just doesn't match eye to eye of what I was seeing.
Hmm.
Another one is I really like my character drawings. This is another one of my character drawings.
That's is it Dopey? No,
Yes.
Dopey. Okay.
And I like the butterfly skeleton drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, where's another one? Oh, this one. I like my skeleton hand drawings too. That's one some of my favorite drawings.
So what is this about skeletons?
I don't know actually. I just think skeletons are really cool. Skeleton figures of bones and stuff. I think it's cool.
Okay. So a little birdie told me you sing too.
Can you say that again?
I said a little birdie told me you sing too.
I don't know why she would say that. No, not really. it's it's certain days I do, but most of the time I don't. My singing's okay. I don't think I'm confident. My mom keeps telling me that, but I just need to find more confidence in singing. So right now, I would really say, eh, not that much.
So, which one, if you had to choose, would it be dance or would it be your art?
Ooh, ooh, but that's really hard. My art.
Okay. So, what is it about? What type of dance do you do?
I do jazz technique, musical theater. Musical theater is my favorite class. I do hip hop. I did a little bit of ballet, but I'm not in ballet this year. And I do tap.
Mm. So, I always wanted to be a tap dancer. I don't know what happened. I always used to like that. Tap. Um, and so how did you get into dancing? Was was that your choice as well?
Yes, I started dancing when I was at 7, and I quit for a little while because the dance coach I had at first, I wasn't really used to discipline like that, like yelling. I didn't really like the yelling. So I quit for a little while, and then I started back because I figured I might as well get used to it if this is really what I like to do. So I continued dancing.
Okay. So, is dance hard work for you? Um like catching on the routines or the exercise part of it? Is it hard for you?
Not really. It's not really hard. At first it was, but I got used to it and I catch on quickly. The exercises, I'm used to doing them at like every Saturday. So it's not hard for me anymore.
So, do you encourage your friends to like do what you do or to find their own voices?
Yes, it depends on if they really, sometimes they don't listen to me, and I don't really like when they don't listen to me. I encourage my one friend, she likes drawing too, but she's not really as confident in her drawing, and I keep telling her that she's going to get better over time. If she can do the basics now, she can definitely get better at it. And she can draw using just looking at a photo too. So she's just not confident with her drawing.
So, what is a conversation like? Look, your stuff is dope too. Like, and that's good to have a friend in your corner like that. Like one of the things that um me and your mom clicked like the second day at work. It was just something about her, and I'm just like, yeah, we're gonna be best friends forever. She's like, no, but what the part that got me about her, and I see a lot in you, um, is pushing your friends to a level that you probably wouldn't get from someone else. Like she offered and asked me, like, what do you need? I'm like, I don't need nothing. She like, no, what do you need? I need you to be successful. I need you to whatever you need to make your life and your load easier, I'm here for it all. And I'm like, but I can't pay you. She's like, did I ask you about money? I'm like, no, but there is no but. And it's very rare when you come across people who are like that. It's very rare to have someone as young as you are to be so talented and gifted and so wise of where you are right now. It's almost like going into a field and getting you a jar full of what is it, dragonfly? No, not dragonflies. Lightning bugs. And when you catch it, it's something like um it's hard to explain. You could tell someone all day, but when you actually see it, it's mesmerizing.
Thank you.
So I know that there's nothing that your mind can't do. I know for a fact. The doors that's gonna be open for you. Um, you can write your own ticket, literally. And you have to know that. Like I said, the exposure that you're gonna get, especially if you go to a DSA, where you are now, base academy, the world is gonna know your name. They're gonna know your name. And it's very important that they do. Because again, the world needs to see more people, not kids, not youth, but people like you. I promise
Thank
you.
you.
If anybody else is on who would like to ask Caitlin a question, please write it in the group chat and we'll ask her while she's on. Is there any other advice that you have for people your age to um keep their mind right, step out on faith, um do what's in their heart? What you got to say?
Don't try and fit in with a group of people that is so called popular and cool, because chances are the things that they do are not cool, and you want to do it because you want to be popular, you want to have people running behind you. That's not always a good thing. That can really blind you from your future, what you actually want to do. Like, if one of your friends want to do something but you don't want to do it, but you want to seem cool to fit in with them and you do it, that's not a right thing to do. Follow your own path and be your own leader.
Absolutely. I wish adults would get that like right now. Like I need all adults to get this lesson, please. Be okay with being different. We're all supposed to be different anyway. And
Yes.
it's okay. Like, um, sometimes we don't get it until later on in life. Like when I tell you, it's very important and it's very rare that you hear someone saying this type of wisdom at your age. Um, you don't want to make make decisions based off of someone else. You know what's in your heart. You know what's right, what's wrong. Um, not being the bully. Um, being okay with your own path. Everybody has a talent. Everybody has a gift. They just have to find it. What it is. Some people might have it like day one. Some might take them longer to find what their calling is. Good for you that you know what it is now. So, speaking of this, so you already said, hey, I want to go to DSA for high school. What college are you looking at? Because I'm sure you're looking at somebody.
Howard. Definitely Howard.
Why Howard?
Because they have arts too, and I like the courses that, like, me and my mom, we was looking one time because I got bored. I wanted to look at colleges. At first I said Harvard, but then I realized it's not really what I want to do. The courses that they have, it's not really what I want to do. I was just looking at that school because it was high at the top, but sometimes those type of schools are not what's best for you, what you want to do. So Howard has more things that I want to do.
Have you looked at any other art schools? I mean, outside
Um,
of Howard.
no, so far, not really.
Um, so if we're thinking, okay, college, Howard, um, I'm sure there are other, even if you want to go to a historical black college that actually write in art, um, it would be the best. Of course, we all say, where the money is, where the scholarships are. So we not trying to, collect no debts, any of that. Um, and then of course, in high school, you can start taking the college tours, so you can see like really where you want to look at. Um, and even if you really get into doing your tattooing, that could be something that you do, on the side until you finish school, or that could just be your job. Everybody's not meant to go to college, and it's okay. I don't know if your mom gonna kill me for saying that, but it's okay. You have to find, what's best for you, and be open minded. You know what I mean? Can't hear me again? No? Can you hear me?
Now I can. My stuff keeps going in and out. I don't know why.
It's okay. But we always can be, open minded when it comes to school. Um, the best choice, um, less stress for you, less stress for your parents is the best way to go. Not necessarily the name brand. You know what I mean? Not to
Mhm.
say that Howard is not for you, but we gonna look at some other choices too. Um, let's see. Um, let's see. What else do we want to talk about? So we talked about dance. We talked about your art, tattooing, college, high school, your sister, your parents. What about your grandma?
I love my grandma so much.
Hmm.
She's like the best person in the world to me. Even though sometimes we disagree, not sometimes, a lot, we disagree with each other. I know that's my number one person. I love her so much.
And that's cool. Like grandparents, period, are um a different breed. Like they're seeing like generational all over again. Like their daughter, son all over again. Um, they get to say and do things that our parents look. Mm-mm. Only grandma can do this. Only grandma can say this. Grandmas get you out of trouble all the time.
Yes.
Uh, it is just a different relationship. Both my grandmas are gone. I never met my grandfathers, so I don't know what that means to have a grandfather. But my grandmas were definitely angels. They help keep our parents in check, and they would make sure that we would see a part of life that we didn't see before. A lot of my grandmothers would send us to different plays, um, see things that they didn't see when they were younger, and so that's cool. So, do you have a favorite artist, like music, dance, anybody that you would love to meet? See,
I haven't really looked into artists or dancers. I don't know why, but my favorite music artist, that would have to really, that's really hard because I listen to different genres. I don't have a specific type.
mm-hmm,
But my favorite rapper would have to be Tupac, of course.
mm-hmm.
My favorite singer, Prince.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that one. Not at all. I think wow, Prince and Tupac. I was not ready for that. So with your art, is there like a favorite color that you have, or someone like, say for instance, someone you would love to meet if they were alive?
um, can you repeat that again?
Do you have a favorite color?
Yes, green.
And I think that's your mom's favorite color. Did she say green?
Yes.
Interesting. What about, is there someone like, say for instance, in history that you would maybe wanted to meet? Ask questions.
History. What I want to meet. I I never really thought about that. Never really who I want to meet in history. I think Malcolm X.
Malcolm X?
Yes,
Why Malcolm?
because one time my mom made me sit down and watch this documentary, I think, about him. And it was this one part. I know I didn't really listen to a lot of things because I was kind of tired that day. But it was this one thing that really caught my attention. It was how somebody was like listening to his recordings and things, listening to what he was saying, listening to every voice call he had. They would just spy on him and stuff, technically. And I would really like to know like how he felt about that and why he changed his name.
Mhm. I think a lot of them, when it came down to it, is asking the question to themselves, like, what I'm fighting for, is it worth my life? Is it worth everything that's gonna come with being the trailblazer? It is it worth um my life? Is it worth my family? Is it worth all of this? And for them, the answer was yes. Um, People sometimes, as we are creative and when we're trailblazers, everybody doesn't understand our journey. They don't. And sometimes, as humans, when you don't understand something, here comes fear. Fear causes you to do things that you're not thinking in the right mind. And a lot of that, the assassination, all of these things were based off of fear. If you really listen to their stories, most of the people who were murdered, all they were trying to do was have equal rights. It wasn't as bad as they made it seem out to be. But that's not what culture wanted at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of that, how would you get close to me? I'm not gonna willingly open up the door for you. I'm not gonna willingly just have you sitting at the table with me when I know you're my enemy. How else would I find out?
I don't know.
So they listened to him. They bugged his house. They would put people in and try to pretend like, they're one of us. And that's how they do it. But one thing about it, um, you can't be fearful in something that you truly believe in. Like your art, your dancing, you're being a Girl Scout, being for the people, being for community. All of these things are good aspects that people sometimes look over. But when I tell you, Your name is gonna be known.
Thank you.
I promise you. Blue hair and all, you're gonna be known because of your heart, because of breaking down. I don't know why I feel like you like a junior activist, like you really are.
Thank you.
And a lot of people will just go with the flow and won't fight up. They won't say nothing. Of course, we have to learn how to do it the right way, but it all comes out the way you wanted it to be. I don't want you to feel like um that this has to end because you're getting older. No, you just get smarter and smarter. You know how to move and how to change the face for other people who don't have the voice or the courage or confidence, as you say, to do what's right. So sometimes we got to be the ones that put everybody else on our back and our shoulders and show them the right way to be. So thank you so much. I know it's almost time for me to talk to your sister, but I had an awesome time talking with you. I told you this is gonna be simple, easy, nothing to be
Thank you for
nervous
having me.
about.
I had a lot of fun actually. It was really
So
fun.
as we talked, I would love to talk to your friends, those who you feel are talented, gifted, can talk and communicate. And let's get them out here so the world will know who you are. You might get that phone call like, look, I need a young person on my show to showcase what they got. Who knows? Who knows? So now that you have this, under your belt, the next time somebody calls and like, look, I just want to have a conversation. I want to interview you. You already got this. Ain't nothing to it. Nothing to it. So again, thank you so much for accepting this invitation to come and talk to me. Again, I am so proud of you, more
Thank
than
you.
you'll ever understand and know. Because at your age, honey, I wasn't thinking about none of this stuff. Mm-mm. But for those who know you personally, they got a real good friend in you.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. So I am about to get off and get ready to talk to your sister, and I'll send your mom the um the show from tonight, and then you can share it with your friends. Do what you do, so they be like, "Oh, I was on the show yesterday," and they'll be jealous. You know how that goes. But anywho, enjoy the rest of your evening.
Enjoy the rest of your day too.
All right, see you later.
See you. Thank you for having me again.
You welcome. All right, bye bye.